play top teams, we look at the lob over the top. McFarland able to catch and draw the foul. But when you play top-ranked teams, it gives you a chance early in the season to get an assessment or a report card on the strengths and weaknesses of your basketball team. And then there's enough time in practice in November, December, enough time to watch game film, to do the drill work, to build a better basketball team. So when you step into conference play, you're hitting on all cylinders. And most importantly, you're building for the postseason in March.
Foul was on Sacre. McFarland gets both of the free throws.
And coaches are architects, Carter. They basically have to build a team. There's 3 phases to a season. November, December is the first phase of the season. Then there's your conference play, and then your postseason is the 3rd stage of the marathon. And what's most importantly is how you play come March. And Mark Few understands these early challenges set his teams up for the runs come March.
Last year's Sweet 16 again for Mark Few and the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
And here are the early season objectives, Carters. Clearly you want to build conditioning levels, build good basketball habits, passing and catching, drill work, implement your system or style of play, identify and establish roles, get your players to embrace those roles. That's how you build team chemistry, and then develop a substitution pattern that you're comfortable with. Easier said than done, but that's the objectives of November and December before you step into conference play come January. And then in January, February, you have different goals. Now it's about getting into the second half of league play and running your counters like a chess match. And then the postseason, you put it all together and hope you have that deep run.
Foul on Wake Forest, Tony Woods. That's his 3rd. Ishmael Smith setting Wake Forest in the half-court offense. Ari Stewart rises and hits, and Ari Stewart continues his career day. He's only a freshman, but 16 points, the best game of his Wake career.
Well, clearly Stewart with the hot hand, and Gonzaga's going to have to make adjustments as Gray able to draw the foul as he drives to the hoop. But whether you're in a zone or man, the Bulldogs have got to have an awareness, a 911 sense of urgency for where Stewart is on the floor. So if you're in a zone, you have to cheat towards him. If you're man-to-man, you want to make him catch a little farther outside his comfort zone, or when he gives the ball up, deny him catches, make him work to get the ball back. Anything to disrupt his comfort level, his hot hand.
That foul was against Wake Forest. Weaver is 4th. Ari Stewart with 16 now for Wake Forest. That leads the Demon Deacons out of one of the top high school programs in the country. Marietta, Georgia's Wheeler High School, where he led Wheeler to its 4th state title this decade. Earlier they had J.J. Hickson in that program, now playing in the NBA. And as much as Dino Gaudio loves the offense from Ari Stewart, Dino Gaudio, known as a defensively tough coach, he loves the matchup that a 6'7" long guy brings.
Well, Dino Gaudio deserving some credit today with the game plan, the resiliency, and he's flanked by some excellent assistants as well. Jeff Battle and Dave Wojcik, Rusty LaRue, former standout at Wake Forest, career in the NBA, who joined the brain trust of the Deacon staff.
Rusty was a great baseball player as well for the Deacons. Stewart again, missing over Bull Kong. Gonzaga brings it back, trailing by 9. This is Bull behind the screen. Stewart skies for the board.
Stewart getting it done at both ends of the floor, contributing, influencing this game, both offensively and defensively.
Harris shot fake. And fouled after the dribble by Sacre. Tonight, final piece of the championship puzzle will be in place in the Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game. It's Texas versus Nebraska. Championship weekend game on ABC tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
That's your neck of the woods, huh, Texas?
Longhorns, Colton Coy in Texas with that incredible offensive showing against Texas A&M, but Pelini's got Nebraska playing some stout defense. They are 3rd in the nation in defense, playing in an offensive league in the Big 12.
Well, no surprise, as Pelini was an excellent defensive coordinator for years as an assistant coach, and has stepped in comfortably as the head coach of the Cornhuskers.
Champions of the Big 12 North against undefeated Texas tonight on ABC. Olynyk off the dribble, gets fouled, and one.
Good look by Olynyk. Keep in mind, 6'11", but the skills of a two-guard. Nice throwback to the big fella on the perimeter from Stephen Gray, and I like the fact he takes big steps, not a lot of wasted dribble. One bounce from behind the three-point line is able to take it all the way to the rim. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, comes up short. You know, so often players will waste a dribble. They'll massage the basketball. On that catch by Olynyk from behind the three-point. Good lesson for young players. Now, of course, he's got very long strides at 6'11".
Gonzaga from the free throw line tonight, 57%. 12 of 21.
Too early for Wake to put it on ice, but they do want to use the clock, be prudent with their shot selection, but not lose their aggressiveness. Sometimes a team will put it in ice too soon.
Smith making sure
that is
the
ideal.
heat stays on.
Yep. Get deep into the clock. Smith space to operate, put it in his hands. The easy jumper.
Bolden wants it on the backside for Gonzaga. Instead, Gray is fouled by Harris.
Take a look at the space for the little fella, the beep.
Wake Forest came all the way from Winston-Salem to Spokane, Washington to get a test, and they're locked in a good one. But an 11-point lead for a Wake team that lost a couple guys to the NBA, continuing the trend of ACC to the NBA.
And you have to tip your cap or applaud Dino Gaudio for playing this tough schedule. And he lost two of the players here from the ACC who were drafted in 2009. As you see, James Johnson, a talented, versatile frontline player who moved on, as well as Jeff Teague, an outstanding combo guard. And the fact that Dino Gaudio has been able to reload, have a competitive team for this season, and an outstanding recruiting class coming in the 2010-2011 campaign.
James Johnson went 16th to the Chicago Bulls. Jeff Teague 19th to the Atlanta Hawks, part of that great point guard class in last year's draft.
Well, the ACC tied with the Big East for most players lost from last year. And that's what makes both those conferences' ability to reload and have depth so impressive.
Gray gets both of the free throws. Foul on the other end against the Bulldogs.
Well, once again, a one-man offense, and that's good coaching. Put the ball in the hands of Ishmael Smith. No one can guard him. He breaks down defenders and has the ability to read and recognize, make those split-second decisions. And as a teammate, you help Ishmael Smith make a second play by being alert and sliding to openings, as McFarland did under the basket on that possession.
The voice of the Demon Deacon, Stan Cotton, reminding me that the late Skip Prosser, former Wake Forest head coach, said that Ishmael Smith probably quicker with the ball in his hands than even Chris Paul.
Well, I mentioned early, we've got the all Roadrunner list, and Ishmael Smith right there with John Wall, Dimitri Goodson, Jerome Randall, and a couple others.
Smith tips that away from Bolden on the post. Probably no coincidence out of the timeout. First Gonzaga offensive possession, trying to get the ball in the hands of Matt Bolden any way possible.
But there's still plenty of time, Carter. You can't panic.
John Hughes spies a foul somewhere in there.
You take a look here at the all beeper Roadrunner team. Kemba Walker of Connecticut there down at the bottom. Isaiah Thomas, another outstanding guard up here in the Northwest. Ishmael Smith and Dimitri Goodson, we've had a chance to see today up here in Spokane. And John Wall, the outstanding freshman for the Kentucky Wildcats. And what a win for them over North Carolina, two of the most storied programs in the history of college basketball, fighting it out.
Eric Bledsoe with some key free throws down the stretch, giving Kentucky the win over North Carolina. Here Olynyk missing the second after the foul on Stewart. But the game saw Isaiah Thomas on that list. Washington in a tough test Thursday night, losing at Texas Tech. There have been some really good games as part of V-Week. Began with Duke at Wisconsin. We got another good one here with Wake Forest trying to hang on against Gonzaga. It was the Bulldogs up by 13 in the first half. Key moment in the ball game. Elias Harris getting a flagrant technical foul, ejected. Wake Forest responded with a 28-10 run. And this was when Gonzaga had a 31-22 lead at this point in the game when Harris gives a forearm shiver to McFarland.
Well, the Deacons took advantage. This is the three-point shot to finish out the half as the Deacons go into the locker room with great momentum and on a ferocious tear against Gonzaga. And really, the Bulldogs have never reclaimed or recaptured that momentum. Still, 6:47 in the game, plenty of time. But Gonzaga's going to have to settle down. They're playing with a bit of angst or anxiety. And, of course, they don't have the services of Harris, who was so critical in the Bulldogs' comeback.